Okay, guys, glad to be back here with you today. Today's a long day. Wow, had some people from one of the gifting programs come into the office today. I met with them, had to meet with our attorneys today. Man, I've been in and out. Then we met with a brilliant gentleman that's in South Korea. He's actually from Memphis, Tennessee, and he is an expert in cryptocurrency and stuff like that. So I've been in and out of meetings all day long. In addition to working on our platform that we're introducing to everybody here, that I'm going to talk about tonight. Okay, as you know, my name is Troy Mason, President and CEO of ZTEGRITY, home of the MetLcard, METL card, CARDS, metalcards.com. And so what we're doing is we're creating a platform to give people back control over their own money. So, one of the key things that we see that's going on in the world today is that people have a need or desire to try to earn some additional income. And so they're turning to a lot of different programs that are out here to try, to earn some extra money. And so, a lot of these programs are like gifting type programs. And so when I looked at the industry, I kind of looked at it in a different set of eyes than most people, okay? So what I want to do is share with you how, again, because I see things a little bit differently than a lot of people, I just want to share with you how I see it, okay? First thing that I noticed is that in this industry that people are trying to control people in such a way that they basically control their money. Now, if you think about it for a minute, if you went out and you earned some money, okay? You earned some money, all right? And you decided that you wanted to take your money and give it to this person over here of your own free will, or you want to take this money and put it in a drawer and never touch it again, or put it on your mattress. Whatever you want to do with it, it's your money, you earned it. You should be able to do so with whatever you want to do with your own money. Well, in the world we're living in today, there's powers that be that want to not only, they basically want to try and control what you do with your own money. And so I disagree with that. I just don't think it's right. And so when I saw that companies like PayPal, Cash App, these other companies were basically hindering people who was trying to do things that would kind of put them in a position to where they might have an opportunity to benefit from programs like that. I wondered why, okay? And so, again, these are questions that I ask myself, what's going on? Why would they waste their time doing it? And so as I've done more and more research, what I began to realize was that, in some of the wealthier communities, in the Asian community, the Jewish community and stuff like that, that when money hits that community, that money circulates in that community over 20 times, okay? And so because the money is circulating inside of the community, time and in and time in and time again and again and again and again, it has an opportunity to create financial independence and, in a lot of occasions, financial wealth. However, there are certain communities that when a dollar hits the community, within 5 minutes, it's gone outside of the community. It's gone. Comes in and it immediately goes out the door, back out of the community. If the money comes into your community and it leaves within 5 minutes, there is absolutely no way, period, to gain any kind of financial independence or wealth with those dollars. It just doesn't stick around long enough, okay? It's like trying to drink water, but by the time you get it to your mouth, it's evaporating. It's gone. So you're thirsty, you want to drink of water, you got the water, but before you can get it to your mouth, the bottle's empty, then the evaporate is gone. Okay. So think about what I'm saying to you now. So when these communities pop up, really what they're saying is, let's circulate our money a few times. Okay, let's let it circulate. And in doing so, we give ourselves a chance to generate some financial independence and potentially some wealth. And so there's powers that be out here that don't really want to see that happen. So when I looked at it and I broke it apart and I started to understand what was going on, I said, well, you know what? I want to help these people. I want to help these situations. And so we started building a platform to do so. And so right now, if you're part of our program, you have a card with us. If you log into your back office, what you're going to see, and I suggest you do it from your phone. Log into your back office from your phone, because we're setting it up kind of from the perspective of the phone. But you can do it on the computer as well. But you're going to see some buttons there that's new. And what this is a platform that's designed to give people back control over their money. It's nothing more than a very, very powerful and efficient and easy to use e-wallet system. So let's talk about that system for a minute, what it does. Okay. Back before 9/11, okay, before 9/11, you know, when a plane hit the buildings in New York, America was attacked by terrorists, okay? So they say. Before that, money, cash money, was something that was easy to move around, place to place to place, okay? It was easy to do. Anybody could do it with the, you know, it was very easy to do. After 9/11, a whole bunch of laws got in place for this terrorist stuff, okay? And what it did was it took our money and it made it extremely difficult for cash money. Oh, shoot. Okay, there we go. Made it extremely difficult for cash money to now move around, whereas before it was a very easy thing to do. And so the world we're living in now is that cash money is just cumbersome. It's slow and cumbersome. And so that has created an opportunity, okay? Because there's companies out here who have set up to help you to move your money around, and they make billions and billions and billions of dollars in doing that, okay? Billions of dollars. Yet, none of those companies are on the side of the little guy, okay, that's trying to make some money. So we step into the marketplace, we say we want to be allies with the little guy, okay, and help them. And so we built this platform so when you look in your back office, you see these little buttons. If you look at them, they make sense as to what's going on. Because one of the things that we do is we take the dollars, and we turn them into another currency, okay? And it's our currency that we turn it into. Once we take it and turn the money into another currency, okay, it now becomes easy to move around, okay? Let me explain that to you. if you come in and you switched out dollars for our currency, our system does not care whether you send $25 to somebody next door or $25 to somebody in the system that live on the other side of the world. It happens instantly, okay? But then less than a second, the value of our currency that's in your account for the dollar amount that you want to send leaves your account and is instantly in their account. I don't care if it's the middle of the night. I don't care if it's a weekend. I don't care if it's Christmas Day. It doesn't matter, okay? Now, here's what's interesting about that. Now, that's financial freedom. The fact where it's $25 or $50,000, it moves instantly, okay? Any day of the week, every day of the week, any time of the day, every holiday, even on weekends, and it happens instantly, period, okay? There's no President's Day that it shuts down. There's no Christmas Day that is shut down. It's always accessible and works at all times of day and night. All right, that's true commerce. That's taking control over your money. Okay, because money shouldn't sleep. It doesn't sleep. And for a lot of people, with a bunch of it, it moves around. But you know, again, that's another story. For us, we have this money here. This money don't move on weekends. Okay, it don't move on weekends. I can take some money and drop it in your account Friday at a certain time, and you can't get it Saturday, you can't get it Sunday, and only it's a Monday that you can get it. And if I drop a check in there, you can't get that on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. You know, I drop it in Friday evening, and you can't get it on Monday because it processes on Monday, so you get it on Tuesday. Okay, so cash is very cumbersome. It moves slow. And certainly, if you try to move, you know, you move $25, but if you need to move $50,000, then it gets infinitely more difficult to do. Infinitely more difficult to do. It's like, you know, it takes an act of Congress to move, you know, hell, $10,000 somewhere. And that's just like here in the United States. Or it's going to cost you a fortune to do so. You know, a ridiculous amount of money to do so. And so the marketplace is right, what I'm sharing with you. And so we have been working with companies now who come to us and realize that we have a solution. And sure enough, you know, this happened to us. We had $90,000 frozen in an account. And at one time we had up to $270,000 of our money frozen in different accounts. You know, and so it didn't just happen to us, this has happened to millions of people. And so when you take millions of people and you put them through something traumatic like that, okay, a company who comes along with a solution to that has an opportunity to really make some noise and become potentially $1 billion company, okay? And that's a big number. $1 billion is more than you can even imagine. You can't imagine $1 billion. You know, it's the concept for you to conceive it and capture it in your mind is not capable of doing it. Okay, I'm just telling you, it's not. So you hear the term $1 billion, but truth be told, your mind cannot comprehend what that is, you know, and you know what it really means. So because long before this company would become $1 billion, everybody on this call is financially set for life, okay? And I mean for life, okay? So this is the marketplace where we see ourselves fitting in. So in your back office, you'll see something that says like e-wallet, you know, it says like e-wallet, and it'll show you a dollar amount. Then you have like your tokens. It'll show you how many tokens. Okay, our tokens are 10 cents a piece. Okay, they're 10 cents a piece for our token. So $1 or gets you 10 tokens. Okay, I think we got a screen up here. Okay, all right. So anyway, so at any rate, when you get ready, when you exchange your dollars for our tokens, what happens now is that your transactions become private. Okay, they're private transactions. As long as it's in tokens, it can move from anywhere in the world all over the place in tokens, all right? And it's private, it's private. It happens. It only becomes public when you take your tokens and say, Troy, I want to now cash out my tokens, all right? And you can say, I want to cash out 500, I want to cash out 5,000, I want to cash out 10,000, whatever it may be that you have. When you go to cash it out, what happens is we take the tokens, we redeem them, and then we take and we put the cash either on your card that we issue you, because your card has an account number and routing number, or we can send it to a bank of your choice, okay? Any account that has an accounting number and routing. And so if you're international, doesn't matter. If you got an account with a routing number and account number, we can send it to you as well, all right? So once you become a part of us, this all happens without you having to pay one monthly fee, okay? You order our card, you then fall under our umbrella, and this money system is available to you, and there's no monthly fee for it. You know what I'm saying? There's no monthly fee for it, all right? So what happens now is now you have control over your money, and so we want to bring other people to the platform, okay? And when people realize what we have, they're going to come to the platform. They come, they spend $100 to buy the card or whatever. We pay your commission $25, and we pay a $10 override on top of that. But we do something else unique. We take $10 and pay it out in profit sharing. And what is profit sharing? That means that whenever a card is sold for 10 generations, you can have over 80,000 people to fall underneath you. Okay, now we're coming up to a milestone of 15,000 people. But I bet you we have over 100,000 people here in the next 12 months. And then that number goes to 500,000 to 1 million people. I told you guys, when we get to like 500,000 million people, a whole bunch of you guys are done. Financially, you are set, okay? And so what happens now is now, all these people coming in and we're sharing profits with you. Okay, $1 for every card that's purchased. But to get those profits and to get those commissions, a person has to make a decision to become active. And that simply means that they go on a monthly membership. But they don't have to. They can come in, order our card, just as a customer, get access to our money system, and use it, and they don't have to spend another penny monthly or anything like that. They don't have to. But what happens is, as we take dollars that's earmarked that we're willing to share with them, there's a spot on there that shows lost income or lost commission or something like that. So when they see the money starts creeping up in this little screen that says lost money, well, all of a sudden they wake up and say, wait a minute, I'm losing money here. What do I need to do? Well, they just become active. But when they become active, that triggers everybody to get paid again. And that turns something that was initially they come in, they're solving a big problem, but they also, what's going on in the background is they're really building wealth, because we put them into a system that's designed to set them up for life and build them a residual income without them really doing a whole lot of work. We don't need them. We just need them to be a good customer and tell a few people about it, because it's worth doing. I mean, you got to have at least one financial tool that you have in your purse, wallet, or pocket, or have access to, that's designed to help you. Everybody else, your bank, your credit card, your debit card, all those other financial institutions, they're not going to break bread with you, okay? They're not going to give you any of their products, okay? They're not going to offer you anything except fees. That's all that you can get. So if you have an opportunity to become a part of something that says, hey, we want you, come with us, help us build this, and we all can eat from this. We all can reach our goals. Now again, not many opportunities like that that have that kind of potential. Okay, and if you don't know, if you're not familiar with the problem with PayPal stuff, Google it. Don't take my word for it. Just put in a Google freezes account. Cash App, closes people's accounts. Look how many accounts they're closing. And millions of people are suffering from this because it's a hindrance to them. They need some place to go, and that will become us when we all said and done. And so the goal is now is to build our numbers up, provide good quality service for these people, and monetize it in such a way that they become active with us because they want to start earning money they're losing. But that mere fact that they become active triggers now for, you got 500 people, 1,000 people, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 people that you're making a residual income on every month. Okay, and that's $20 a month. Then we had a $70 a month plan, which says now we're going to pay you 100% matching bonus on the people that you personally refer. Okay, so now if you told 10, 20 people about it, and we have some people who have told over 100 people. Imagine that, okay? And so now you have 10, 20 people that's making $500 a month, and you're getting 100% match on that. Well, you're talking about, $5,000, $10,000 extra dollars a month in matching bonuses or more. There'll be people that's making 6 figures a month from the matching bonuses, okay? That's gonna happen because the numbers just dictate that it can happen to those who get out and push. It's like a gold rush, okay? It's like a gold rush, and you got people that's going out to dig for gold, whereas the wealth is being built by supplying the people that's digging for gold with the wheelbarrows and the shovels and the picks. We give them the tools that they need to go do what they want to do, and we all get paid from that. We don't, just sharing with you that it's two sides to this program. It's two sides. So you can participate and make money, but you also can make money by being a supplier. Now, this right here I'm gonna share with you may go over the head of some people here, but remember you heard this, okay? It is virtually what I call the perfect situation, the perfect storm. And sometimes, in life, things just line up right for whatever reason. And it's hard, it rarely happens. It may happen once or twice in your life, okay, that you see the perfect doggone situation, perfect. Whereas it's not that you need $100,000 to get started. You don't need to be super smart. You don't need to be a super duper great guru. You should just be an average person and just being at the right place at the right time. Okay, trust me, more fortunes have been made by being in the damn room, because you was just in the doggone room. You say, well, take Troy with us. Well, he here. Come on, Troy. You know you don't know what the hell you're doing, but come on with us. Sometimes just being in the room can get you there. You know, that sounds crazy to people, but people with money want you to think they're so smart. Man, let me tell you something. They're not, okay? One man with a vision, okay? One man or one woman with a vision, just one with a vision can empower and end up blessing tens of thousands of people can live their life from the vision of one person. You hear what I'm saying to you? One person had the vision, and other people said, well, you know, that makes sense. I'm going to help him. Okay, I'm going to help him. And in helping him to do so, you become part of that vision, and you prosper from it. Yeah, some people are like, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to sit back. I'm not going to do anything. But they're never going to have an opportunity at all. Ain't nothing wrong with trying and failing, because you never know. I could be crazy, or I might not be so crazy. You don't know, and I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, though. But I'm damn sure ain't going to stop. Okay, we're going to keep going. But I don't think I'm crazy. Yeah, you know, but I guess crazy people don't think they're crazy. Anyway, so we have an idea. We're implementing it. You can see it in your back office, okay? Now, the big side of this is now, everybody asks about this, international. What about international? What about international? And so, you know, I spent a lot of time working on the international. But the platform that we're putting in the back office really solves the problem, okay? Because an international person can come on board, and truth be told, we got an international card. It's probably gonna cost them $149.95, okay? And what they have to do is they have to, when they go, they sign up for the international card, and I'll probably have it up ready to go probably Monday. But what happens is it's going to ask them to take a picture of them, of their passport or identification, and then hold a picture of the passport identification up to their face and take a selfie holding it up. And the bank that we're working with for that, what they're going to do is they're going to send a card directly to that individual. Okay, because again, we're like Uber now. What we were before, where we would go to the bank, I would go to the bank and try to cut the deal with the bank, and the banks would then supply me with the accounts, and then I take the accounts and then issue them to you. Well, that was a very cumbersome way to do business, because number one, I can only cut that deal with with a couple of banks. And not only that, but these banks now, they were set up in such a way that as like the bigger I got, the more they tried to stick their nose in my business. And so that just was a bad situation. So we became like Uber, to where we have the customers here and we have the banks over here. But instead of us going to the banks, we take our customers and we put them with the right banks to get the right accounts. So no matter what your needs are from a financial institution, we go out and find banks with accounts that can help and fit that need. So we have now identified a bank that can help our international customers, okay? So they send you a card. Now the thing is you have their plastic card or whatever, but the same thing happens in the United States. Whatever bank it is that you select, they will then, we send you to that bank, to that thing to fill out an application, and they send you a card as well. But in the United States, we send you an envelope for you to put that card into and send it to us, and we upgrade it to a metal card and send it out. But internationally, that system won't work that way internationally. So what happens is international, once the bank sends you a card, if you want the metal card, then you can send it to us. You can pay to send it to us, along with a small fee that we're gonna put in for mailing it back to you. All right, and we'll make your metal card and send it back to you. Okay, but you don't need to do that because you have a card with an account number and routing number that was sent to you from the bank. So now all of the transactions that you're doing is happening in your wallet. So the moment that you sign up with us, you can immediately log into your back office, buy some tokens, and start transferring your tokens and doing business, okay, and receiving tokens from others. You can do that immediately, okay? And commissions are issued in real time into your back office. Whenever you sign somebody up, you go back and look, your commissions are sitting there for you to see, okay? So what happens is that now you're immediately doing transactions instantly from the time you sign up. So by the time the card gets to you or whatever, you say, I want to do a cash out or whatever. All you do is you take and give us that routing number and that account number. So when we look at your request to cash out, we simply take those tokens, cash them out, and do a direct deposit to your card number, your routing number and account number, whether it be on the card we gave you, or whether it be on a bank account that you already have, or it could be on a card you already have. We don't care. We can send the money wherever you want us to. That's something else I did today. I spent time at the bank today, and we got that locked in. So now we have the ability to do direct deposit, both internationally and nationally. We can do it. And here's how that works, okay? The direct deposit is, the cost of it is $5. But remember when I told you that it's different when you're moving cash around, okay, than it is when we move tokens. Tokens is instantly, any time of day or night, holidays, weekends, doesn't matter. But now with fiat currency, with dollars, when we put it in, when we do the direct deposit, the cost is $5, but it takes 3 days, okay, for it to hit your account. That's 3 business days. So if it's the weekend, Saturday and Sunday don't count. All right. Then there's another service that's $10, but that's the next day service. And so we're gonna give you the option. When you do a cash out, you can say, hey, I want next day service, or I want the 3-day service. So either $5 or $10, your choice. Okay. That's how we're setting that up. But that's what they, we have to pay to do it, and we can send money internationally that way. But that's just how it works when it goes back from back from tokens back into cash. All right. So just wanted to put that out there for you. But we got the account set up and ready to go. I completed that today. All right. So, I suspect that, the next few months are going to be really, really, really big, because we have probably every day I get a call from a company who wants to use our platform, for their people, okay? And so the system itself now, if you go and look at it, there's some buttons that's grayed out. And so pretty much on a daily basis, you should start seeing those buttons turn from gray to an actual gold color. And when they're gold, that means that we have completed that aspect of it, of the software. And so it is now accessible, okay? So what we worked on today is, listen to this, okay? When you log into your back office, and let's say you're part of a gifting program or whatever, you have people that you have to pay out or whatever, and they're already in the system. You have to have their promo code, okay, in order to pay them. So what you can do is you can do a search for them by their first name, last name, email address, or promo code, or username. Any one of those things, you can do a search for them and find them in our database. Once you find them in our database, there's a button there that says add to favorites. So you click add to favorites. When you do that, it goes to your list of favorites now. So now, once it's in your list of favorites, you don't have to go search for them anymore. If you need to do a transaction with them, you just go to your favorites, and you might have, 50 people in there. I don't mean you have And let's say you wanted to send out 10 payments, whatever, I don't know, however your system is set up. You literally be able to go and say, I want to send this person 25, this person 25, this person 50, this one 100, or whatever, and hit send money, and it'll send it to everybody with one click. Okay. Now, we put that system in because we had one of our customers was trying to pay 48 people, with Cash App. And, that means she had to do them one at a time, $, and name and the amount, 48 different times. It took her forever to do it. And so now, with our system, she just add them to her favorites, put in the dollar amount she want to send everybody, hit one button one time, and send out. What it would probably take her 2 hours to do, she can probably do it in 2 to 3 minutes. Okay? And so that's the kind of system we're building. We want it to be fast, simple, and very efficient, because that is what just, not only is it there to service people, which is, key, that people feel comfortable that you're actually there to help them, not try to put them out of business. So you gain trust, you gain people's trust. And, there's no substitute for that, because that's like, give you an example. I saw, they were talking about, I think it was Google, and they said how much information they have on people. And so they said, well, you have so much information on people, why should we trust you with all of our information? And the guy gave the best answer I've ever heard. This is what he said. He said, we do have everybody's information. We know more about people, about husbands, than their wives know about them, okay? We know everything. He said, but if we ever betrayed that trust one time, we would no longer have a business. So why would we protect that with everything that we have? And that's what we do for you. We will never betray your trust, because in doing so, that destroys the business. And I ain't built this to destroy it. I'm telling you right now. I built this because I'm done. Okay, this is it. Troy Mason ain't got no more of these. It's all I got. I'm giving it all to y'all. So you come on if you want to come. If you don't want to come, you want to stay, go on, stay. But I ain't staying, I'm going. Okay, I'm going. And I'm telling you what I'm doing. I come on here every Saturday. Every Wednesday. I tell you what I'm doing, and when things were going bad, I told you, oh man, I don't know, it's tough. I told you that, and when things going good, I'm telling you, I told you we don't know. I told you many days, I said, we don't know who we are. I said, but something's gonna happen. I said, well, I don't know what it is, but something's gonna happen. It's gonna change everything. And that thing that I talked about has happened. Okay. I don't physically have to try and do anything. We haven't even started any marketing. I can go on Google and put some ads on Google that talks about, PayPal and Cash App shut you down. We have an alternative for you. That's it. And people are going to say, let me go see what they're talking about. PayPal, Google, shut your account down. We can help. Who is this? Who is that? We want to know, because they did us wrong. And they come look at us and they say, well, you know what? They've been around 7 years. We didn't pop up yesterday. We didn't pop up yesterday. And so we have that. That's a very powerful thing. Longevity. Most companies, we've seen so many companies come and go. Okay, it boggles the mind how many companies we've seen our people, cardholders, run and jump from shiny thing to shiny thing to shiny thing. I never said a word to them about that. Okay, because I believe in multiple streams of income. I say, because you know what? I told somebody, they'll all be back. All I need is time to get this completed, the finished picture, so that I show it to the world, say, look at what we built, all right? And this is a needed program that can service people in a way that's gonna change their lives. It's gonna get them back control of their money. It's going to allow them to position themselves so that the dollars now can circulate more than 5 minutes. Circulate more than one time, circulate, and generate some financial independence and some wealth. And that's a really good program. And then we're gonna supplement it by putting them into a residual-based program that, just because, look at it this way, when they start a gifting program, what I look at, I say, okay, they go out and they go build a real beautiful building, okay? But they build it on a weak foundation. So even though the building is beautiful and everything, but after a while, the building gets cracks in it and stuff, and people start to move out of it, and it crumbles and falls apart, all right? Not all of them, but the vast majority of them. But what I'm doing is I'm saying to them, okay, go build your building, but I'm going to give you some really good concrete, okay? I'm gonna give you some really good tools to use while you're building that building. Don't worry about it, you know, how this magic concrete work or these great tools. Don't worry about it. Just go build it and use this to build it. When you finish building it, and then the people start to you know, leave out of that building or whatever, that building's still intact, okay? It's not gonna crumble and fall because we got new ways to monetize that building that we built into it. While you were asleep, this was working in behind the scenes over here. And you look up, whereas your money was coming from here, all of a sudden you look back and you say, okay, this is big and cumbersome, it doesn't work that well no more. But on this side, now, this is also big. But the bigger it gets over here, the clumsier it gets, the harder it is to work. But on our side, the bigger it gets, the more powerful it becomes. So it switches from one to another. And it does it so seamlessly. You ask a man, when did you know you was rich? He'll tell you, I don't really quite know when it was. You know, sometime back there, that moment you may not know it when he crossed that line, okay? And that's what I'm saying. It comes so quietly, you know, you don't really focus on it. It just happens. You go out and help people, and next thing you know, you look up and go, wow, I'm doing damn good here, okay? So you look back at your matrix, you got 10, 15, 20,000 people in it. You're making 6 figures, you know, a month or even a year residual income, all because you decided, you know, hey, I think this man may not be that crazy, so I'm gonna use this product. Like I said, that's all we're doing, nothing more, nothing less. Stay plugged in, keep looking at your back office, click on everything, read everything, and gain understanding. As you go through it, you're gonna have questions. I come on here every Wednesday, you can ask your questions, and I'll be happy to answer.